Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Brady Aiello, and I represent the plaintiff, Randy Nicholson. This court should find that the plaintiff, Randy Nicholson, is a private figure as defined in Gertz v. Robert Welch, and that the burden of proof is the preponderance of the evidence, rather than the court finding that the plaintiff is a public figure as defined in New York Times, and that the burden of proof is the actual malice and clear and convincing evidence. And that is for three main reasons. First, Randy Nicholson is a regular college student that lives a private life. Second, being the relative of a famous person is not enough to be considered a public figure. And third, social media accounts in a niche area like food do not elevate the plaintiff's status to that of a public figure. Now, Your Honor, would you like a brief recitation of the facts of this case?
Very briefly.
So the Chronicle Times published an article about Rob Nicholson, suggesting that Randy Nicholson falsified an application to get into the University of Manhattan. The plaintiff, Randy Nicholson, is suing for defamation on the basis of this article. Now, Your Honor, if we follow the precedent set out in Gertz, it is clear that the plaintiff is nothing more than a private individual for the purposes of this trial.
Excuse me, counsel. Early in your remarks, you indicated that under the controlling authorities, a relative of a public figure is not himself or herself a public figure. What about Miracle? How do you distinguish?
Right. So, Your Honor, in Mirapol, the appellants were children of Julian and Ethel Rosenberg, and the court ruled that the children were public figures. But in that case, the defamatory statements were made about the admittedly public figures, Julian and Ethel Rosenberg. So the court had to find that the public figure standard applied, or else the alleged defamer's legal protection when speaking about public figures would have been circumvented or defeated.
You may reason your argument.
And additionally, if that's not a distinguishing factor enough, I'd point to another case in Firestone, which is a Supreme Court case, and Mirapol is not, Your Honor. And in Firestone, the alleged defamatory comments were about the wife and not the admittedly public figure, her husband. And that court decided that just by being related to a public figure does not automatically make a person a public figure. And that's most similar to Randy Nicholson's case, meaning just because Randy Nicholson is related to his father, who is already a famous professional golfer, he's not automatically considered a public figure, thus making him a private person. Now, to put it plainly, Your Honor, Randy Nicholson is just a college student. He hasn't performed any official duties connected with prosecuting the college admissions case, making him even more of a private person than the attorney in Gertz who appeared for a party to the lawsuit.